Hey, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you're watching us from. We are back live with another amazing story. We love featuring African professionals excelling in different ways in business, in academia, etc., etc. So we have Taf. He will introduce himself later on. So I call him Taf. He's a brother to me. He's currently a professional rugby player in Germany and originally from Zimbabwe. So his story is like his transition from Zimbabwe to join the rugby team, playing with the German team. So thank you. Good to have you. I hope I would come with a ball.
No, not today. Thanks very much, Carol, for having me. So as you said, my name is Tafadzwa, but everyone calls me Taf. I mean, the name is a bit too strong for other people to pronounce, but I'm used to it. So I'm a professional rugby player in Germany. I've been here for 6 years. I've been playing in the Bundesliga, which is the top tier of rugby in Germany.
Wow.
Yeah, I did my first degree in South Africa at Rose University in economics. And then straight after that, I went back home for a few months, and then that's when I decided to move to Germany.
Wow. So you said, wait, the Bundesliga, you said it's the fourth Bundesliga, or how do you, how should we?
Bundesliga is the top. This is where, if it was football, this is the league where Bayern Munich or BVB play. And so, yeah, we're playing in the top league.
So when did you start playing rugby? Did you start as a small boy?
I think mine is a bit of an odd story because I only started playing when I was around about 16, 17. This was also due to peer pressure. It's not like I loved the sport. I think originally I was said to be a footballer because my dad also played football for a bit. And but you know how things work out in high school, where your friends are is where you end up. So all my friends used to play rugby because of the fame that comes with it. And obviously everyone would get all the people of the opposite gender because of rugby. So likewise, I just followed the crowd and ended up playing rugby.
Wow. Fantastic. So I think people are keen to know. So you studied in South Africa, then you went back to Zimbabwe, and then you're still playing rugby. And then you decided, I want to go to Germany. How did you get the opportunity to come all the way to join a club in Germany?
A club in Germany. So what happened is before I left to do my studies in South Africa, I was already playing for the national team, the Zimbabwe national team. So I told them that I'm going to be going away for a short while, which was 3 years to pursue my education, but I'll be available whenever they want me to play for the national team. So what happened is I went to South Africa. So every 3 months, I used to go back to Zimbabwe to train with the guys and then go back for school. Maybe sometimes I'd go in between exams, like today I'll write an exam. Then over the weekend, I have to go home and train with the national team.
Wow.
So that's how crazy the schedule was. So I did my 3 years, kept in touch with the national team. And then when I went back home in 2014, January, I was now working for a small company, a startup. But then the problem, you know how things are in Africa right now with recessions and inflation. Job wasn't stable. So lucky enough, there was a friend of mine who was playing here in Germany, but he was also getting old and supposed to come back home because he was done in sports. So that's the problem with
this career.
Exactly. It was supposed to be a swap deal. But so he said to me, there's a club here in Germany that's looking for a person who plays in my position. I told them about you, but you know, words can never be enough. A CV is not enough to judge someone of their capability. So fortunate enough that next week we were flying to Russia to play against Russia. So I told him, you know what, I'm going to Russia, I'm going to give it my best. So tell the club that's in Germany that if they really want to see what kind of player they're going to be buying, I'll be playing in Russia. The channel is ABC, and they can watch me at 3 o'clock.
Wow.
So we flew to Russia. Got there. The game was on Saturday, and fortunately enough, I was in the starting lineup. And worked hard for me to play the entire 80 minutes of the game. And that game, I think that's the best game I've played in my life. So even up to now, I think the Russians, some of them remember me because of that game. I mean, a few years ago, we went to Hong Kong to play against Russia, and some of them were just asking
You
about me if I'm
remembered
still
too.
playing. Exactly. So the guys watched the game, and as soon as they saw me, play the game, they were like, okay, we need this guy. They started processing the papers and everything. And by the time I got back to Zimbabwe, I was set to fly for Germany.
That means you're so good.
I think I was once good, but now with age,
Ah.
yeah.
We need to see. We need to show people what you can do or what you do.
We'll
I've
see how
seen
we
a
can
few
do that.
clips and I can see you're really good. So you decided, well, I just don't want to concentrate on rugby, but I want to do something on my career too. I want to top up some skills, and you enrolled for a degree programs in management. Digital enterprise management in Pforzheim at the University of Applied Sciences in Pforzheim. Why this combination?
I think based on experience, I majored in economics. But in my country, if you say I've got a degree in economics, you're bound not to have a job or to get a job off, because economics is just a broad term that anyone can use. You know. So I thought to myself, if I'm ever going to make it after this rugby life or a rugby career, let me just focus on something that people are really looking for. So that's why I joined the IT field. But the other thing was that before I left for Germany, I had a small fight with my father. He had found a job for me based on the degree that I had. And then he was like, give me your CV. I've got this guy. He said he wants you. It's just a matter of giving me your CV. And then he got the job. And I don't know if I was being a prodigal son. I said, I'm not interested. I want to go to Germany.
Oh.
And I think that he was very disappointed with that. But there was no way he was going to stop me from fulfilling my dream. There's always been my dream to be a professional sports person, not rugby per se, but in general, be it athletics, be it football. So that was the problem. So I thought to myself, okay, what am I going to do after this rugby thing? As soon as I get to Germany, I need to find a way out, of which Germany was not the final destination for me. It was just a labor. I wanted to move into the very professional leagues, France, England, but somehow I ended up making it my home.
I hope your dad is now proud with your decision.
And I think he's very happy. He's
I
happy.
am sure he's very proud.
He's like, this is the best decision I've made for myself.
Wow, fantastic. Yeah. Fun. What a wonderful story. So anyway, I'm a very, let me say, positive person, and I always believe that you can make it in life with whatever skill that you're doing. And see, because of rugby, because of peer pressure.
That's true.
Yeah. So we have, before we close the discussion, we have some young people out there. We have youth. We have people who are like, ooh, I would like to follow tough. Thank you for having you, by the way, winning you as a mentor on the platform. And
no problem.
You're also doing a lot to mentor young people in South Africa with my brother, I've forgotten his name.
With Kumbi.
Yes,
with Kumbi, exactly. Yeah.
So what are there any programs to support such an? Of course, it's not a cheap sport like football, you know. Yeah. So are there any programs to mentor young people out there in the continent, or do you have any ideas of how you can mentor other toughs to come and join you, to come and do the swaps?
I think before we do the swaps, I think as a national team, we've always made it a mandate that whenever we are together, we visit these schools, especially the public schools that are less privileged, so
Mhm.
that they relate to the stars. They can see the stars
Oh, wow.
one-on-one.
Wow.
So after doing that, we sit down with them, we play with them, and we just tell them that yes, there's rugby, but with rugby, you can only play professional sport for only maximum 20 years. And
Mm.
after that, life begins. So we tell them the importance of education, because I've seen friends of mine that have just fallen from being stars to nothing,
Mm.
because rugby was their life.
Mm.
So I think in future, I'm gonna try come together with a couple of my friends that have been also in sport, and start sporting consultancy, so that not only we bring people from Africa to Germany, but then we can also mentor them about life as a sports person.
Mm.
So this is the direction that we're heading towards. It's
Mm.
not yet firm, but then it's a work in progress.
In the pipeline, yeah. I mean,
In the
I've seen
pipeline.
several collaborations where even like the German team goes all the way to
Exactly.
mentor young people on the ground, or even the other way around. So there's
That's the
the
same
best
thing that
thing is
we're
to
trying
have
to
the
do.
win-win collaboration, yeah.
Exactly. Yeah.
Wow. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for having you and for the wonderful story. And I'm sure we'll have people who are looking up to you and saying, hey, I'm here.
No, it's been a pleasure, Carol. I mean, if people have got questions, if they want any mentorship, you can always feel free to get hold of me.
Wow. Wish you all the very best. Take care of
Thank you
your
very much. Thank you very much. We'll do, and please do stay safe yourself.
and talk soon. Bye-bye.
Cheers.